How did I get in this position? All the air went out of my tires tonight when I realized. This happens to me over and over again. I have to believe that I have a backstop so that I can go out and do what I want. Then eventually I find out that no backstop lasts forever. This forces me to grow up a little bit. So one of my backstops over the past 14 years has been my guest house. Now this is gone. I have to move into the world and to make my way. Just felt so deflated when I got the news Tuesday evening that I'd have to move out of here. I was just down for the count. I wanted to cry. It's how I normally react to bad news. I kind of curl into a ball. I long for Mummy to hold me. So Wednesday morning after a cold shower, I was ready to tackle my situation. Now it's Wednesday night, crawling into bed defeated, but first I must whip myself publicly. I must climb on my cross on my blog and hammer in some nails and tell the world, "Don't forgive me, for I knew what I did." I always hope that salvation will come from above. I think that's a leftover from my Christian upbringing. That my family will be there for me, that my shul will be there for me, that my friends will be there for me, that my job will be there for me, that my apartment will be there for me, that my body and my strength and my health and my mind will always be there for me. And it's devastating when I find out that nothing is permanent, not even my ability to craft a sentence or to walk a mile or to cash a check. And I'm thrown back on my own resources. I have to face myself. Oh God, there are many times I do not want to look in that mirror. Primary reason that I'm in this position is the flawed nature of my character. I'm not a mensch, I'm not an adult, I'm not particularly responsible. I failed to make good choices over the course of my life, and therefore I live on the edge. I'm a bit of a menace. I tend to do what I want to do, whether it's pursuing goals or acting or writing or Torah talks, regardless of the consequences. Remember when I was pushing myself to the brink of chronic fatigue syndrome in early 1988, I kept saying to myself, I'll break through or I'll break down. Either way, I will get love. Little boy is an all too large part of my adult character. I fear that much of me has not moved on from age 4. Am I still yearning to suck on Mummy's teat? No doubt. I'm a pisher. Wants a lot of sex, but is not capable of marriage. I waste too much time goofing off, telling jokes, having deep and meaningful conversations, and I should be concentrating on learning Alexander technique. I should concentrate on my own use, not get sucked into my students' need. Just looking after myself, that should be 75% of my concern when I'm teaching. Looking out for the use of my student, that's enough. But is that enough for me? No, not for me. I have to crack jokes. I demand intense conversations. I frit away my precious training hours with playing the classical clown. I wonder if I might get more out of my Alexander training by increasing my silence and concentration on my own use of myself. So what are my other choices that have gotten me into this mess? I complain that I can't work a real job because of my chronic fatigue syndrome. That's not true. I worked real jobs for 40 hours a week during the last half of 1996, first half of 1997. What I mean is that I can't work a real job, have anything left over to write. And writing often feels like my primary purpose for living. I took no money from my family between 1993 and 2007. I paid my own way. I am capable of adult responsibility. I've paid my bills, capable of independent living. I've just never built much of a safety nest for myself, let alone for a family and for other people in need. I think the solution for me is to take on more and more adult responsibility and improve my mastery of life. That will cut into my writing time. Okay, my ideal life is the maximum of freedom so I can feel and write, but I often cast out vast amounts of spare time and produce nothing but onanism. Wanker, that's what I am. Damn boy, get a life. Okay, I must lie down now and listen to Igor Ledachovsky's self-help lectures. Follow them up with his guided inner focus meditations. And try to sleep so I can be a man tomorrow. A man takes on obligations to other people. The writer in me wants no obligations but to my muse. Most writers I hear these days, they refer to their work as their gift to the world. I think of my writing as rolling a hand grenade into a crowd. I want to blow things up. I want to set the world ablaze. I see myself through the smoke on top of a hill, laughing like a lunatic as I dance around, drunk with my own destructive potential.